thing called editing. All right. Today we're gonna do 5 things you might not know about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What was it, 1990, right?
Right.
All right. First off, number 1, the English edits. I don't know if you knew this or not, or if you guys knew this or not, but in the English edited down to where they couldn't say ninja for some reason. I don't know why, but they were called Hero Turtles. They're the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Yeah, and they couldn't do nunchucks. You could not show nunchucks. They edited out all the nunchucks with Michelangelo.
All the weapons involved.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Swords
saying.
are cool.
Swords,
Yeah,
throwing
swords.
stars.
Yeah,
More lethal weapons.
Yeah, the shredders, but no nunchucks.
Bro, I
Damn
think
it.
the what's what
And
the
the-
stars and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
The nunchucks, you're just cool looking though. It's not even
Right.
like it's not even like
They're like, how dare
As
you
far
show
as-
something cool?
as far as the lethal stuff.
Not only that, but they're also like the worst weapon in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a momentum thing. Like if you have momentum and you hit somebody, they fall down, and now you're open to getting hit. You know what I mean? You gotta get momentum again.
Actually, one of my favorite parts is in the second movie when they're fighting and he goes and when Michelangelo goes over to like all the hot dog stand and comes out swinging the sausages.
Oh yeah.
That is probably one of my favorite moments.
You know what I liked was I don't know which one it was. It was the first or second one where he spun it on his one finger. I thought that was funny. I don't know which one it was. And he says keep on practicing or something.
Yeah, and I remember the moment, but I've seen all of them so many times. It's like, which one was that specific moment? in?
Right. But yeah, I thought that was a neat thing, a neat little trivia is the fact that they edited that out. All right, number 2, the He-Man scare. They almost didn't make Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Nobody wanted to touch it. Like none of these movie studios. And it's basically because He-Man was a big flop. And they didn't want to take another like 30-minute cartoon and turn it into a movie, a series into a movie. And at New Line Cinema, who at the time they were just an independent, film company. They had Nightmare on Elm Street, basically, and that's it. It wasn't until Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out that they actually made some money, to start their conglomerate they are now, the big old business they are now. But they didn't want to do it because I thought that was an interesting fact too, that they just didn't want to do it because of that. It ended up being such a good movie.
It makes sense.
Right? Anything you want to chime in, semi-silent?
I don't think.
All right.
Yeah.
Number 3. It was the highest-grossing independent film of 1990, right?
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Let me see if I can remember the facts. So that 202 million was made from it.
I don't know, $13 million budget.
Yeah, and the opening weekend. Oh wait, that wasn't this? Never mind.
Yeah.
But they were behind Home Alone as far as second kids movies.
Well, you don't think about them being the same year.
Right. No, 1990. I mean,
Right.
that doesn't even seem like it was that long ago. You know what I mean? But it was. That was what,
Right.
30 years ago? 32 years ago? It's 2022. All right. Well, I guess that's that. Was there anything else about that? I feel like we're leaving something out, but oh well, we'll just move on. Number 4, location. Now, I thought this was interesting about the Ninja Turtles, because I always thought it was done in New York. Filming had to be done in New York. But almost all of it was in North Carolina. The only time they did in New York was the outside shots of the show. And what they did do is they went in the sewers of New York and took pictures, and they rebuilt the sewer system in North Carolina in the studio. Yeah, that's nuts. I mean, who's that for? Like, some homeless person's like, oh my god, this is the turtle, the turtle sewer. That'd be fun. That'd be weird, man. I wonder where it's at in the sewers. I kind of want to go to New York City and find it, find their spot.
Smart ass thought. Trying to film in New York and then Raphael gets hit by a cab. And it's just like, no, just
Yeah. New York did. Even back then it was busy. I mean,
Yeah.
In number 5, the comic cartoon mix-up. Okay, when it came out, I remember people being like, "This ain't what?" You know, because of Splinter. You know, the origin story of Splinter and them. But they were trying to go more with, I guess, the comic. You know, they still wanted to keep aspects of the cartoon, like the different colored masks.
In the comics, they were all originally red.
Right.
Yeah,
Which-
didn't mention the pizza thing.
Oh yeah, the cartoon was pizza. Oh, and April O'Neil too. She was a reporter still in the comics and that, but I don't know in the comics, I mean in the cartoon and that, but in the comics, she was that lab assistant.
Yeah.
And much younger.
The reason why I don't have any other mask color is I was thinking originally maybe I'll do their mask each color. I'm like, the original ones they were all red.
Right.
So
well, and that way people can use their imagination in either way. You know, if they want to put it in their head, if it's red, it's red. If it's in their head, it would be one of the other colors.
Wasn't it the belt buckles and each of them had a letter?
Yeah.
But it was just like belt in the comics.
Right.
It was only identifying by the weapons.
yeah, and see, and that's and people would be like, well, how do you know which one's which? And I was like, he's got a sword. Yeah, Leonardo. You know, like, boom.
Right. I thought it was a little peculiar on the regular Nintendo game that the picture on the regular Nintendo game they had all red masks, and then when you played it, they all had different colored masks in the game.
You know, I don't remember the picture on the game.
Oh, I do because I was like, oh wow, are they all gonna be wearing red? And then we played it, they all had different colors.
I remember the game vividly.
Oh, what a pain! We'll leave that for another day, maybe. On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best, how would you rate Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
On like all movies or just the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
This movie, this particular.
I don't know, like on a scale of all movies or like on a scale of just.
I'm saying as far as your ratings. Yeah, not somebody else, not just that. What's your thoughts as far as it as a movie that you enjoyed watching? You know what I mean? What's your level of rating for it on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best?
Probably go. I love it. I'll probably go like 3. I feel like that's still up there, but it's not one that I watch as much anymore.
Right. I'll say a 3.5. I really enjoyed the movie, but I mean, there's just so many little things that was just like, you know what? You know?
It's funny that I watched it probably in the last 6 months, and it doesn't age well yet.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know, it's cool to watch because like just the language they use and stuff. But people like my daughter's like, why are they playing that? What is that thing?
Right. Yeah.
And she's 10, so
Yeah, because they still had videotaping.
yeah.
I remember that. I thought if I remember correctly, at some point they had like videotaping on big ass cameras. You know, cameras aren't like that anymore. All right, well, I think that's it, and here's some magic. Have a stupid magic trick.
Hey guys, here we're again. We're gonna do a weird trick. This is one of my daughter's favorites. She always tells me it makes her blood feel weird. If you want to go ahead and focus it down here, straight across on the hand here, we're gonna go ahead and pull it. It goes straight through the finger. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. Please consider subscribing anyways, and sharing and liking, all that other stuff that people say. That's it. Later, taters.